why you are watching this. I don't care if you're coming in live or if you're watching a replay. You are supposed to see this message. Stop recycling men. Stop recycling men. All you're doing is recycling the same regrets, the same experiences, even if you got them from another woman. And I know that comes with a stigma. Ain't nobody gonna be willing to admit. But a lot of y'all are going through the same old same because you are recycling a man. And when I say recycling, because none of us are perfect, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, you're not perfect. But when I'm talking about recycling, let's think in a general sense. Recycling is basically making new use of an old thing. When you get a man and you can't qualify why he fits into your life now, based on what he's done since the last time that he went through whoever, you can't qualify anything different from the last time that you were in this man's life and he was in your life and he fumbled you. If you cannot qualify that, and the reason why I say this is because, first off, let me just backtrack real quick. I got a question from one of the young ladies that watched my last webinar, how to stop being a man's internship. And all of this is related to exactly that, because that's what wastes a lot of y'all years, being a man's internship. Anyway, afterwards we did a Q&A. I got the question, well, what if he was a good guy? What if, you didn't give it enough time? What if this, that, and the other? Me, I'm not gonna judge you, right? You make whatever decisions you wanna make, but I'm always gonna ask the question, okay, but what has he done to earn this new opportunity to be in your life? So the sister asking, like, what if this, what if that, all of these different exceptions she's looking for. Y'all, I don't care if he was in your life before or if you just know what kind of experiences he's had before in his previous relationships. Avoid recycling men that have not done anything to grow since the last season of their life. Few things happen whenever you get a man that's not growing. First off, you're going to outgrow him if you are a woman that's growing. Think about it. Some of y'all can't relate to what I'm about to say, but some of y'all can. You ever met somebody 10 years, 15 years later after you initially met them, like you've seen them again, maybe high school reunion, you went back to your hometown, and you looked at them and you said, dang, this seems like a completely different person. Or they looked at you and was like, wow, I barely even recognize you. This is a completely different, man. And what's different? The transformation of growth or regression. So I don't have to really tell y'all about not picking up dudes who have gone downhill in life because y'all ain't even gonna be attracted to them. But a lot of times what y'all are doing is getting guys who have done no growth whatsoever, no adjustment. They have not put away their mentality that messed up their last relationship. They have not cut any soul ties since that last person. So they come in trying to get you to basically be her because they fumbled her. Now they want you to be a replica of her. Meanwhile, you're constantly growing and shedding skin and gaining new. If somebody met you 6 months ago, they would have to get to know you all over again, because even you, if you're growing as a woman, you're not the same person you were 6 months ago. You think differently. You are more clear on what your purpose is, your identity. You're more affirmed. You're putting away bad habits and stuff. A lot of y'all change every 6 months. Y'all morph into a new version of yourself. But then you get with these guys who are not growing. You get with these guys who are not taking accountability. You get with these guys that replicate their same trauma that they put the last person through in every relationship because they've never changed themselves or any aspect of themselves. Even when some of y'all hit me up and y'all like, I basically pulled this man from another woman. Again, I'm not the one that's going to judge you. You got a past, I got a past, we all got one, but we all are making decisions now to shape our future. So I'm always going to ask you the straight up question, okay, you taking this man from this woman, what's going to change from what he's doing to her in order to be with you? What's going to change? In the next 6 months to a year, 2 years, all you're doing is getting a crystal clear vision and prophecy of what's about to happen to you because you're recycling this man. You think you can make new use of an old thing because you're different. No, you're dealing with a person. You're not dealing with a can or cardboard box. And so when you recycle a man, and when I'm talking about recycling, y'all, I'm not talking about a man who's been through things and, you can't be with a man with no. But a man, if he's constantly growing, he's going to be unrecognizable to himself from the last couple of years. That's how you know you're not recycling. Let's just start with that. When you get a man who's truly prioritizing growth and obsessed about his growth, and how he progresses and puts things away that he used to do. You get a man that's accountable. You get a man that sees even how he could have been better in situations where he was done wrong. You know, the last relationship ain't just all his ex-wife, his ex-girl did all of this bad stuff and he just showed up as this knight in white shining armor and she didn't appreciate him. He can even see things that he did wrong. He has a conviction to be better without you trying to bring it to his attention and, put vitamins in the brownie so that it don't hurt his feelings, which you're saying that he needs to be aware of and how he should have been better. That's what happens when you're dealing with a grown man who's evolving and prioritizes his growth. A lot of y'all are evolving as women. Y'all are more in touch with your emotions, which is, kind of a societal induced thing, which is all good. We can't control that, but you're getting with guys who are unequally yoked with that growth. Therefore, you are recycling. You getting this man, he done told you all of the stuff that he did with his ex, but he ain't told you no type of rehab that he's went through mentally and emotionally. He ain't told you about nothing that he's learned. You're not hearing anything that he's actually learned since the last time. And anytime somebody just blames somebody else for their bad decision, they ain't learned nothing from it. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's one key indicator that man has not grown one bit. Men can change, men can evolve. I've had to change and evolve. You probably had to change and evolve from some stuff you used to be on in your 20s, maybe even in your 30s. But you also know the work that you put in. You also have evidence. You tell the tree by the fruit that it bears, right? So if you're coming across guys and they have no fruit, only thing that's changed is it's been a little bit of time since the last relationship. Only thing that's changed is you. And y'all think y'all gonna come in here and make brand new you. So you gonna fix this man up, dust him off, clean him up, and make him a husband. No, you're not. He's gonna show you why he was never a husband to begin with, because you're trying to recycle. And guess what you getting ready to now recycle? Regrets, patterns of choosing the wrong person. Now you are complicit in your own destruction. A lot of y'all self-sabotage your destiny by attaching yourself to blessing blockers. A lot of y'all sabotage what should be yours, your portion in life, period, in a general scale, from the family you're supposed to have, to the money you're supposed to have, to the energy and the quality of emotions that you experience daily, by who you attach yourself to, by who it is you give a chance to show you that they're different. Meanwhile, you ain't seen a lick of bit of evidence that this man is anything different. You ain't even asked for it. You just feel good in the moment. Yeah, he made the last person feel good before he hurt her too. Or if he's a dude that was in your past and you giving him another chance. Yeah, he made you feel good before he hurt you again. Yeah, the feel good, yeah. They're really good at that. Dudes that look to be recycled are really good at making you forget that they ain't changed shit about them, excuse my language, since the last time that they did some dumb stuff. And matter of fact, I am going to talk just real quickly to those of y'all who are getting a man from another woman. Everybody got a past. Don't hold it against him that he has past lovers and relationship partners or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you literally pull a man from a relationship, you are operating in the context of what you knew about him when he had somebody else receiving all of his toxic behavior and decision making. All the uncertainty that he gave to his ex, you didn't get to experience that. You probably didn't even have that high of an expectation for him. All of the gargoyle monster stories about his ex, you're going to see that he played a part in all of that. And now that he's going to come over and now he's going to be with just you because his heart was always there with you to begin with, not her. He only got with her because she made him, because he got a baby on the way, or whatever. You're going to see, man, you're the common denominator. Your toxic behavior is the common denominator. But now you're going to be the one that's getting gargoyle demon stories told about her to the next woman that he's supplementing with. Simply even having your eyes open is a part of being immature. And I'm saying this from a place of firsthand experience. Myself, other guys that I know, professional, personal. Even having your eyes open while being in a relationship should be the red flag deal breaker of all of them, that you don't need to go no further with this guy. So whenever you pull him, not only do you inherit a man that had open eyes outside of relationship, especially for something serious, you rewarded him. You incentivized that particular behavior. And I'm saying this with love. I'm not saying this with judgment. I want you to be able to protect yourself, break the pattern. I know that you think you're different. I know that you probably even an upgrade from the woman that he with. But if he's even looking for an upgrade while he's still in a relationship, what you think he gonna do with you, sweets? Come on, sis. But back to the rest of y'all, because I know most of y'all ain't in that situation. When you with a guy and he's showing no growth, no priority on growth, he's showing no accountability, he's showing no self-awareness, he's not willing to audit himself. You say something uncomfortable to him, he shuts down, he deflects, he turns the tables back on you. You're looking at a man who's looking to be recycled. Stop recycling men. Because by recycling these men that have not done the work on themselves to become new and refreshed and set apart from their old self since the last time that they did whatever or was with whoever, even if it was you, you end up running a risk of wasting the best years of your life trying to build him up and make him something good, make him an honest man. You're just gonna be that man's internship. You're gonna be the one he become new with, all right, for the next woman. You're gonna be the last stop of his playing games days for the woman that ain't playing that stuff, because there's two types of women in this world. The woman that a man knows he must come prepared for. And then there's the woman that prepares him for the next woman. I'm not going to go too far in depth with that because I did a whole masterclass detailing the simplest and most effective way to make sure you're not that woman preparing him for another woman. You're not that stepping stool. You're not that basic training. You're not that practice run for somebody else's game time. But you're the woman that a man knows, I got to come correct for her. I got to prepare for her, or I got to leave her alone. If you want access to that masterclass where I went in depth and simplified the fastest, most effective way to be that woman that a man must come prepared for, click the link that you see pinned right here, down in the comments. Also in the caption when you back out. That'll link you to my free masterclass, how to stop being a man's internship. Breaking down how to be the woman a man must come prepared for, how to identify those guys who are not prepared to begin with. But back to what I was saying. Ladies, stop recycling, man. Y'all got a lot of power. You come in a man's life, you can maximize everything he got going on. You can take him to the next level, but you cannot make a man be a man. You cannot raise what should be an already grown man, because by that time, his free will, his set in his ways, deeply rooted wiring or whatever psychological stuff you want to add in there, that's already pre-existing you. It's not like you're raising a child who is literally a blank slate from God and you get to imprint upon him how to be a man or at least be an adult, a respectable adult, but you're coming into a man who's already chosen to be who he is. And if that man has not chosen a new identity, new ways, new perspective to bring into the relationship with you so that you're getting a new and improved and grown version of him that's completely different and almost unrecognizable from his old self, his old ways, you are recycling. And the more you recycle, the more you end up with regrets. But those are just my thoughts. I'm your internet brother trying to look out per usual. And if you got something of value from this conversation, I want you to keep it for free. I don't want your money. But what I want you to do is to pay it forward to somebody else on your timeline, your friend, family member, the same way you got blessed. Allow them to get blessed by this message too by hitting the share button. Down there in the corner, hit that share button if you got anything of value from this conversation so somebody else on your timeline can too. And if you want to make sure you don't end up a man's internship, click the link that you see pinned down here in the comments, this one right here by my page, click that. Also in the caption whenever you back out. That'll get you free access while the webinar is up, and it won't be up for much longer.